Jess Johannick here with the Pottery Farm again, working on kind of a fun, really unique project I'll show you here. These are some raku pieces, which is a different kind of firing that I'm going to do. And we're going to try doing horsehair pottery. I have horses, I love horses, and I have some good friends that really like horses too. And horsehair pottery is going to be a really, really unique way to kind of commemorate and memorialize our horses. So they asked me to make the pottery for it. And here's the swing that I'm taking at it. And I'm just going to show you guys how I'm making these kind of horse head sculptures here. I'm going to start with a nice lidded form like this. This is made out of raku clay. And if you join me over here on the wheel, I'll get started on making some fun pottery. I'm sitting here in the sun trying to pretend it's not -30 below wind chill. So soak up the sun too vicariously here. And this will be kind of a fun little project. I hope you guys enjoy it. So here we go. I am going to start with this just teeny tiny little piece of clay. And it still makes actually a decent sized knob for the size of pot that I'm using. This is pretty small to center normally. I would never give this amount of clay to any students to try and center. When you get this small, it's actually harder. Okay, I've got that nice and centered. And I actually start with kind of a long, skinny shape when I'm making these. You probably can't see that. I'm just kind of using the palm of my hand to run that clay up against and make it just a little bit taller. The base of the neck, if you remember, started wide like this and then got a little bit thinner. Not too thin. We've got some beefy horses over there, so try and keep this nice and centered. Get that neck a little bit skinnier. There we go. Then I want to leave kind of a little bit of a bulge where the chin was, but thin it out up to the nose. And I don't want this to get too big on the nose or it starts to look a little oinky, which would be fine if I were making these for pigs. Just gonna thin that out, kind of define that where the chin is a little bit. Okay, that's probably thin enough, more than thin enough. I think that's a little thinner than the last one I did. Now, if I can find all my tools here, I'm gonna bend this all the way over to create that nice arch in the neck. And to do that, I'm gonna cut away some of this clay so that it looks like the chin is kind of sitting down on itself. So I'm gonna take this pottery knife here and cut the first line in, and then the second line. See that angle that I'm creating? This is not a very good angle for you guys, is it? I need a real cameraman. Can we zoom? You poor guys. Alright, well that's a little better. So you can see that angle that I cut away with the clay. So now all I do, see how it fits really well then when I fold it over? This particular kind of horses have a really pretty arched neck. So I'm really trying to exaggerate that a little bit. kind of can fold their necks right down. Some of them. Then on a horse, I flatten this out a little bit. And then this chin down here, I actually kind of exaggerate that a little bit. There's more skin under the chin than above on the nose. So I try and exaggerate that. This is kind of a very stylized. So I exaggerate everything so it's obvious that it's a horse and not a dog or cow or pig. Just using that knife to smooth the nose. Okay, then I gotta kind of step to the side and check it out. See if I'm doing okay here. That's not looking too bad. Missing a couple important features yet. Ears. Sorry. The last one, I think I did the ears a little too big. I actually, I just use this tiny little piece of clay and I shape it into, I don't know what this shape is. There's kind of 3 sides to make more of a 3D ear. This one's a little big, I think. It's easy when I'm working this small to get the proportion wrong. Doesn't that sound nice? Alright, that's not too bad. Looks like it'll fit on there okay. I'm going to cut away where the ear is going to be attached to the head so it kind of sits on there at the right angle. See how I cut part of that away? Dab this in some water. Get that on there. These are the trickiest part to me. Trying to get some feedback from all my horse experts. And the proportion and how it's sitting and everything. Alright, that one looks not too bad. Get started on the second one here. Just shape this. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I shape my fingers, it makes that little triangle. So, too much clay. I just keep kind of playing with that and shaping it until I think I'm getting closer to a horse ear. There, it's getting a little closer. A horse ear that's the same size as the other one nonetheless. I do not pretend to be a professional sculptor, that's for sure. Okay, this one's ready. So I'm going to cut away again so that it fits on the horse head the way I want it to. See, I just cut away that little angle there.